Welcome to the Purim Perspective. I want to wish you all a happy and joyous Purim. The Purim Perspective is being sponsored by Anonymous. May God bless him and his family with much success, health, happiness, and many children. The holiday of Purim is not just a time where we eat, drink, and be happy, but rather also an immensely spiritual holiday where the gates of blessings are wide open, waiting for us to access them. There are many powerful lessons to learn from the Megillah. However, there is one that I would like to share with you today. The Megillah begins with the story of Achashverosh throwing a feast to celebrate 70 years since the destruction of the first Beis Hamikdash by Queen Vashti's grandfather, the wicked Nebuchadnezzar. Achashverosh knew that it had been predicted by the Jewish prophets that 70 years after the destruction of the first temple, it was going to be rebuilt. He was afraid that the restoration of the Jewish community and the rebuilding of the Beis Hamikdash might shake the foundations of his world empire. And according to Achashverosh's calculations, the 70 years of the Jewish exile were to end in the third year of his reign. And when that time came and nothing happened, he became thrilled, believing that now the Jewish people would remain his subjects without ever regaining their power or independence. He felt so strong and mighty that he did not hesitate to adorn his tables with the precious and sacred vessels of the Beis Hamikdash. As the Jewish people arrived at the palace, they discovered the holy vessels of the Beis Hamikdash on the king's tables, and yet they still remained at the feast, eating, drinking, and being lighthearted with other guests. God's anger was aroused by the Jewish people's disrespect. Not only had they gone to a feast which had the holy vessels of the Beis Hamikdash on display, but they also enjoyed it. So he decreed that the Jewish people should suffer the full weight of Haman's persecution until they were returned to him, and only then would they be saved. When Mordechai, the leader of the Jewish people at that time, found out about this evil decree, he secretly sent a message to Queen Esther, telling her that she was in her special position to save the Jewish people. As Mordechai prayed to God for salvation, he realized the cause of this decree was the feast. That some people not only went to the feast, but enjoyed it, which angered God immensely. And to revise it, he knew that he needed to gather the Jewish people for prayer to please God and beg for mercy. He wanted to change the narrative from the Jewish people gathering in defiance to God to gathering in appeasement of Hashem. The Medrash Rabbah on Megillah explains that Mordechai gathered 22,000 children to study Torah in the streets to show their complete devotion to Hashem, and that brought about their salvation. In our daily life, it is imperative to realize that in order to change any situation, you must first change the narrative. If you have any negative thoughts or feelings towards a specific person or place, and you feel like you're getting triggered when you go there or see them, you must not shy away from those emotions. Instead, process them in a mature and objective manner so they can become dormant in your life and you can move forward to accomplishing your goals, your dreams, and potential. The Megillah says, La Yehudim haisa oira v'simcha v'sasan v'yikar. The Jewish people enjoyed light, gladness, happiness, and honor. The Gemara Megillah Tezayin Amud Beis explains that oira, light, refers to Torah. Because of Jewish nation's complete devotion to God, they merited a spiritual awakening similar to the one that they had at the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. May we obtain the same spiritual awakening, success, happiness, and prosperity. I wish you all a joyous and a meaningful Purim. Achashverosh.